Slapshot Utah!
Welcome back, everybody, to Slapshot Utah. I'm going to quote our friend Sean Cleary. Fire Bear already. I'm so tired of these wins. Get rid of GMBA. Scoring goals is an atrocity. We've been bitching all year, Leroy, and we think we found our spark. 4 out of the last 5. We look amazing.
Yeah, you know, it's been a real experience doing this show, John, because we've had to check ourselves from one episode to another about how much can change over the course of 5 or 6 days, you know.
Right.
And that's just it, is that 1 week it's Fire Bear, and then 6 or 7 days later we all feel like idiots because we've won 3 straight. I was just bitching at you a minute before we started about you released that I was bitching about we have no spark. Like, and we found the spark. Like, Jack McBain just kicked the shit out of Tropichenko last night, and Liam O'Brien hasn't played in 3 or 4 games, and Tanev is getting in fights and getting into the whole situation. So I think the whole experience is just, you realize, hold on to your shorts, because the winds change very quickly in the NHL. And look at here. Our Utah Mammoth have won 3 consecutive NHL games against worthy opponents, I suppose. Nevertheless, we'll take them. Here we are, 4th place in the Central. Very close, still in the mix. I haven't checked the wild card standings yet, or where we're at. I know it's close.
I think we're right in there now.
We're back in the conversation. So who knows? In 1 week, this podcast episode will be completely obsolete. The bottom will have fallen out, or who knows what. Nice.
Well, it makes you realize, because I always get mad at these national, like, commentators on ESPN. I'm like, they have no clue what they talk about. But it's because they have to come up with a hot take every single day.
Yeah.
And we, like you said, we do it once a week. And by the next time we record, everything we said last week is completely out the window.
Right. And these national broadcasts, they're not going to come back and have to, cover for what it is they were talking about for weeks and weeks until if they have to at all. But we're going to be wrong most of the time, probably, for that very reason. However,
no, you weren't wrong, though, because you said the team needs to find that spark, and they did this week. And look at what happened.
They found the spark, notably, like we had mentioned, against the St. Louis Blues. We got our payback for the Logan Cooley knee injury. Of course, you remember Alexei Tropichenko got Logan Cooley on the knee, and we never really got our payback, because I remember now, that's right, Tropichenko got ejected.
Yeah.
And so we never really got our fight payback. And so seconds after the puck drops against the St. Louis Blues at the Delta Center just the other night, bam, we get Jack McBain taking his blood vengeance for the Logan Cooley injury.
When that happened, do you think, like, right before the puck drop, McBain looks over at him, he's like, I'm gonna fuck you up? Like, how does that, like, start from the very beginning like that?
So it's a lot more political than we would like to think. It's a lot less personal than we would like to think. A perfect example, and we'll circle back around to Jack McBain and Tropichenko, but tonight at the Delta Center, the Columbus Blue Jackets coming, and Matthew Olivier, is the greatest fighter currently in the NHL. He plays for the Blue Jackets, and he's 21-0 over the last 2 seasons. He kicks ass and takes names. He just kicked the shit out of Ryan Reeves, and if you've been following Ryan Reeves, he's a fucking bruiser. So
he's not
I said fuck, we made it. I only made it 4 minutes.
I already said it at 3 minutes.
It? Okay, all right.
My bad.
So look, then when they were interviewing the whole thing, it was, they're kind of prearranged it. It's like, look,
Oh,
Matthew, Oliver, it's Olivia, yeah, but Oliver said, hey, listen, we're dragging ass. We need a spark. You got to get me. We got to, you got to give me one. And of course, Ryan's like, okay, well, there's going to come a point where I'm going to need one. So yeah, I'm going to give him a fight. It was prearranged. McBain had already talked to Tropachenko and said, hey, listen, man, you got to give me one.
is this
I got
like
to come.
over text?
No, I think it's kind of in the pregame, in the skate. And
Okay.
it's kind of like, hey, as they're lining up, I'm like, you're going to give me one. I got to get you back. Like, so there's a gentleman's agreement. Um, and then sometimes these guys absolutely hate each other. But I think I did hear
Yeah.
in this particular arrangement, Tropachenko, you're going to get your ass beat. You're going to have to give me one. You're going to have to fight with me. And he's like, okay, I see where you're coming
All
from.
right, let's do it.
That's
Yeah.
the law, the kangaroo
Yeah.
court, so to speak. But at any rate, it was a great fight. And of course, Boehner, we got our pound of flesh, much to the glory and joy of the ecstatic Delta Center crowd. You went against Ottawa. Is that right?
Yeah. I went to the Senators. That was cool. It was fun. It was my first time sitting in I don't know what we call them, the accordion seats, I guess, the ones right
Yeah.
behind the goal.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome how steep it is, because there's not like the person in front of you could be like taking a nap on their lap and it doesn't obstruct you because you're sitting so much higher than them, of the people in front of you. It's pretty
Yeah.
good pretty good like line sight, it was fun.
Now, so if you were there against Ottawa, that means you were there in person for our main topic, because I was watching WhistleGate unravel at home on TV, and you were actually at the Delta Center. So, John, please introduce our next topic.
WhistleGate.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that this is as big of a thing on social media as almost anything that has happened in Mammoth social media. And it is insane. I think this might be the most divided I've seen a fan base on something, because it seems to me like the people with the biggest pull on social media and post the most hated it. But then everyone who I was at the game with, that none of them have Twitter, none of them are keeping up on social media, they said that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm a little torn between it. The players came out and said it was annoying. And so I'm like, okay, I got to respect it. But when it was just fans bitching, you know what I thought? I said, shut the fuck up. We finally, they call it chirping in hockey. We had a chirp. I thought it was a clever little funny thing, and I actually enjoyed it. And I also think that the captains kind of fucked up saying that was annoying. Because guess what's going to happen? Flash forward. We get in a wild card game. We're playing Colorado. It's the 5th game. They're already up 3-1. They're about to close out in Denver. There's 4 minutes left, and guess what you're going to hear raining down on the Mammoth at those away games?
Oh boy.
You just gave every away team some ammunition.
Yep.
We should have embraced it.
Well, listen, look, for the record, okay, regardless of the efficacy of why we were whistling in the first place, I think it's clear. If the players don't want us to whistle,
Yeah, we won't. Yeah.
we're not going to whistle. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I saw it on TV. All right. And
Yeah.
I know it sounded pretty cool on TV. And listen,
I think it's cool.
if it bothers the players, then
Right.
fine, we won't do it. But I'll tell you what I
Yeah.
really object to. Here's my biggest problem with the whole Whistlegate thing. One, it's not hockey culture. Listen, man, if someone's going to say it's not hockey culture, we're the new kids on the block, kind of like the Seattle Kraken, and it doesn't matter what you do or how you try and fit in. The Chicago Blackhawks, the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Montreal Canadiens, the New York Rangers of the world are never going to accept us. Why is it that we have to pretend to be somebody else's market? Okay.
Yeah.
One. And so two, all right, maybe you think it's lame, maybe you don't think it's lame, but I do think it's commendable on the fan base. in the vacuum that is the creative vacuum that is the Delta Center of what chance we have Let's Go Utah, clap, 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 and we bungle Utah. We bungle it. And so we
Yeah.
don't have any cool cheers. And so it was something spontaneous that came up. I don't think it was happening the entire game, was it?
No,
So,
not at all.
okay.
It was like the final 5 minutes of the game, probably.
Yeah. So, like, look, if it's annoying, it's annoying. But I mean, it was trying
You
to
know
be
what's more
original.
annoying? Oh, say can Utah!
I think that's an excellent point. In a
That's
world
way
in
more
which,
annoying.
yeah, I think it is absolute. Like, if we're not, and so, like, where do we look? You already took our signs away from us. Right. And now, Oak, so listen, Oak, I guess maybe the whistling will be okay. If this random whistling moment between the second and third period has been brought to you by Sinclair Oil, like, we're not going to be able to do anything unless we can sell some frazzle with it, unless it's framed and controlled in the corporate Delta Center SEG environment. And I love what the team has done. I mean, we got to move on to the Winter Classic, because I think that's great. And I commend SEG and all sorts of things. But once again, and obviously, look, I don't like the way Cole Bagley went about the whole thing, personally.
Right.
You come out and say you have an opinion when you already know the answer, that the players don't like the chirping. But you come out and say, I don't like the chirping. And then when you start the engagement and start a conversation, rather than just saying, hey, the players don't like the chirping, then you come out and start slam dunking people that you see the players told it. The players say they don't like the chirping too. Well, why don't you just tell us what the players are thinking and going on, rather than
just post the video of the players talking and keep it pushing.
Yeah, and listen, I like Cole Bagley, but by and large, my opinion of KSL is kind of shit. There's an arrogance that comes from that entire organization that's always kind of, and I don't think Cole Bagley is one of those people, but it kind of had the air of like, why don't you just tell us what's going on? But, even during the game against St. Louis, we're still getting tweets from the reporter hey, knock it off. I heard some whistling. Hey, knock it off over there. Like, what are you, the new hall monitor of the Delta Center? You work for KSL.
And it's also not every single person at that game is on Twitter. They're not looking and seeing those things. They go to the games, they go home, and they live their lives. Not everyone's glued to their phone like a lot of us are. And so it's going to take a week or two for the word to get out to some of the fans that were like, oh, I like the whistling, but they're not on Twitter.
Yeah. So I kind of objected to the authority of telling us what we're going to do, rather than just saying, hey, listen, guys, we really appreciate the engagement, and it's kind of cool, but it is distracting. So
the players hate it.
So please, if you would. But instead, it was like, it's obnoxious. You gotta knock it off. Like, who do you think you are? We're going to do whatever the hell we want to. And John, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. As soon as things start going south in Mammoth Town, listen, we're not going to whistle. We're not going to whistle if the players hate it.
Yeah.
But still. So anyways, did you have anything else to say about WhistleGate?
No, I felt the same way. To me, it came off as the reason I hate going to Jazz games. If you sit in the bottom section, if you're in the lower bowl of a Jazz game and a ref calls a bad foul and you stand up and go, what the fuck was that? They tell you to sit your ass down and shut up. And it's like, that's why I stopped going to Jazz games. I spent $200-300 on this ticket so the ref can hear me say, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And it's just like a babysitting thing. And it's like, and I liked going to hockey games starting last year because it felt like that element was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's all the way back.
Yeah.
Don't whistle!
Who's whistling? I heard some. Look, I was there again on the St. Louis game, and there was a couple.
I heard a little bit on the
and
broadcast.
They did, but it wasn't anything a big deal,
No.
So at any rate, I guess it's over.
Yeah, no more whistling, guys, but just so you know, just like many things that we've predicted this week, just like the thing we're about to talk about, the Winter Classic, when we're about to be eliminated in the wild card playoffs and we're in an away game and you start hearing, just know it was you guys that fucking brought that upon our team, dude.
Gonna try and leave WhistleGate behind us as far in our rearview mirror as possible. And I love Cole Bagley with KSL. I think he's great. So I'm not trying to single anybody personally out. But
no, of course not. But it felt like that for a little bit. But yeah, Winter Classic.
Don't tell me what to do.
Right.
All right, the Winter Classic. Let's talk about it.
Rice-Eccles Stadium against the Avalanche, just like we predicted. Shout out to us. We're number one. We're the biggest podcast. Remember that?
We moved the needle.
So the question is, are we going to need snow machines or are we going to play in a dry Winter Classic?
Cloud seeding. Do you believe that that's a real thing? It's a thing, right?
Yeah, my friend works doing that.
So my conspiracy here, my goofy conspiracy is the reason we don't have any snow this winter is because they're saving it all up at the request of Ryan Smith for next year for the Winter Classic. So we get, a beautiful snowy alpine vista on the foothills behind Rice-Eccles Stadium.
Dry snow on top of the stadium.
Has the potential to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I mean, I don't know how many Winter Classics are coming to your town, but it's going to be packed. What's the capacity of Rice-Eccles Stadium, John?
54 or 56,000. I'm not quite sure, but I'm sure they'll have as many people as they can jam in there.
Yeah, that is going to be there. We'll be the hottest ticket in town for sure. We will. Is that going to happen that happens on New Year's Day?
This year it happened on the 2nd or the 3rd.
Okay, so it's that weekend or something about. Okay.
Yeah, it was on the 2nd.
It's New Year's week
because it was on Friday. Yeah. That'd be cool if it's like Saturday, January 1st or whatever it's going to end up being next year. That would be really cool.
New Year's Eve at dusk.
That would be
pretty cool. So and we get the Colorado Avalanche, it's going to be a big game. And we're going to get a special Winter Classic uniform edition for that, which is going to sell hotter than hotcakes at a Boy Scout.
It's got to be the mountain blue, right? There's no way it's got to be the mountain blue.
Well, the word on the street is there's going to be a City Connect from Fanatics next year. And so all the teams are getting a home and away and like a City Connect alternate. And we're going to get a Stadium Series or a Winter Classics Series rather jersey as well, which is just for that one game. So the team store could potentially have 4 Utah Mammoth jerseys for sale next year.
Ryan Smith loves that.
Yeah, City Connect. Of course, maybe a topic we should talk about here is considering that home is the black and away is the white, is your City Connect going to be blue, or is that like you want to wear that often, right? Or do you want to just wear that one and done?
Awesome.
I think we're going to sell the blue jerseys insane. They're good. I want one right now. But if you could pick one jersey for a one-off that would represent Salt Lake City, right? And I guess it can't be a Jazz jersey, but like you got to have a special jersey edition of Salt Lake. What is it? Does it have a beehive on it?
Yeah. I mean,
Mammoth. Does it have
maybe like the mountains, maybe like the Utah that goes sideways and the Jazz Mountains from the 90s jerseys that they had or something like
inspired by that would be cool. Like if instead of the stripes around the waist or the stripes around, like you had like the mountain, jagged mountain outline, you could do a lot of things like that. But
I think it would be cool. I mean, it's funny for us to get a Winter Classic because like our throwback jersey is a year ago. But it would be cool to have
it says Utah. It says
Yeah.
Utah across the front.
But it would
Yeah.
be cool to have like this logo on like the Utah Hockey Club with the Utah in the middle on like a blue jersey, or
How about
that on a blue jersey.
How about the color jersey of your hat with the logo of this hat? Yeah.
That would be cool.
Black pants, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a great year next year for sports hockey jerseys here with the Mammoth. But once in a lifetime, I guess season ticket holders are going to get first crack, which means there's going to be plenty of tickets left over. So whenever that sale comes up, we'll keep everybody sharp on that. I imagine it'll be, it's got to be later this season.
Yeah,
for
we'll
sure.
See
when that happens. All right. So look, we mentioned our team doesn't suck. We're on a roll. We're on a roll, and of course, we would not be on the roll that we are on if not for the lights out, stand on your head, absolute bonkers off the hook play from your favorite goalkeeper and mine, Karel Vemelka. Am I right?
Hey, and also shout out to him, made the Olympic team for Czechia.
Czech Republic. That's right. Yeah.
Him and JJ Peterka this week made their respected home countries. That's pretty cool.
That's right. So we got Peterka on Germany, Mata for Finland. Is Valimaki? Well, I guess he's off the team now, but you know, back to Karel Vemelka, like this is 22 saves out of 24 shots against the Rangers, 32 saves on 33 shots against the Sens, 26 saves on 28 shots against the Blues. Like, this is lights out goaltending. We would not be fourth place in the Central right now without our favorite veggie. Yeah,
he's crushing it, and it's been fun to watch too. I'm glad he's been crushing it because my dumbass has been bitching about the goalkeeping pretty much the entire season, and he really turned it up coming into the new year. I'm proud of the kid. I'm excited to see what he does for Czech Republic over there in Milan. Do you think they finished that hockey rink or what? All I see is pictures of that hockey rink not being ready.
It looks unfinished, but it looks close enough to where if there's a will, there a way. They're gonna make something happen.
But don't worry, we'll finish.
What? It's gonna be a beautiful when we finish. It's gonna be so wonderful. I think they're gonna play hockey. I think I think it's gonna be fine. Excited about the Olympics. Vanacek not really getting the job done, and I don't think we're going to get Karel Vemelka to play the remaining four. How many games did he play in a row last year?
He
played
50
like 20
or something
in a row towards the end. He's right now. He's leading the NHL in wins, and I know that
first to 20.
A win is an arbitrary stat to an extent because it kind of depends on what the offense is doing, which you don't have a lot of control over. But nevertheless, like, Vemelka is putting up stats. Like, he's a premier goaltender to an extent. So he's got to keep it going. And what better time to do it than Sunday, which by the time you hear this, Sunday will have passed. The Columbus Blue Jackets coming to the Delta Center for a 5 p.m. start on Sunday.
Are you going?
I'm not going tonight. I am going to the 8 p.m. start slog that is Tuesday or Wednesday against the Maple Leafs. Yeah, it's an 8 p.m. start. Boy, that's rough during the week.
It's 8? It says 7 on here.
One of these games, the Maple Leafs game is at 8.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, it's a late
You'll get
start.
home at midnight. Yeah.
Well, and it's not just that because it's a TV 8 o'clock start. It's not like a West Coast 8 o'clock start. So it's even worse because there's all these long national television timeouts. So you ain't getting to bed until you're not getting home and getting your Beto's breakfast, whatever it is you eat post game.
Yeah.
until
I think
late.
that's what Attack by Panda eat. I think I saw a tweet. He
That's
said
why
every
I
game.
said it. Yeah.
Yeah, shout
That's
out
why I
Matt.
said it, because I heard Matt was like, oh, that's his post game. I'm like, maybe that
That's
should be
pretty
my
genius
post game.
post game.
Yeah.
I might have to start doing that too. I
Well,
love a good
it
breakfast
helps. It's one of
burrito.
it helps. It's one of the few things open, and post 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then of course we've got games coming up. Like we mentioned, we got the BJs tonight. We have the Toronto Maple Leafs with the late start, coming in, playing a little better. Nasty rough start for the Leafs. They're slowly getting it back together. And then the Dallas Stars are coming to town. I think this is a Dallas Stars that team is not at the top of their game. Very good team, but I think we could beat Dallas. And then I think we got Seattle coming to town. And then, of course, Seattle is hot, 7-1-2 in their last 10 games. That's going to be tough. But ultimately, John, I think the winning is going to continue. I think the Mammoth, by the time you hear this, we will have beat the Columbus Blue Jackets. And I think the Utah Mammoth continue on to beat the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Dallas Stars. And then I think the Seattle Kraken catch up with us. Your thoughts?
I'm right there with you. That's exactly my prediction. I think we drop one of these, and if we were gonna drop one, my guess would either be one of the two in the end, Dallas or Seattle. We'll have a good 3 p.m. Saturday hockey game. I'll tell you that for that Seattle game. Is that
Yeah.
gonna be the kids? Is that the kids game? You think?
The kids game.
Yeah, because remember, are they gonna do that again like they did last year, where they did the kids?
Yeah, I don't know, possibly.
Yeah, because I like that good
3
early
p.m.
start.
Oh, I love it
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Yeah. So look, I have a feeling that you know what kind of a hysteria. Seeing how we started off the program, you know what a hysteria the Utah Mammoth fan base is going to be, presuming the team beats the Blue Jackets and then goes on, as I, am predicting, to beat the Maple Leafs and the Stars. Like,
Yeah. We'll be unbearable. We will be unbearable.
reality.
Who's the guy in Arizona that has all of us blocked? What's his name again?
Buck.
Yeah.
Buck.
No, not
Yeah.
Buck. Buck's cool. It's the other guy. Anyway, he has like everyone blocked, but he is gonna be livid if we get 4 of these next 5 games.
Yeah. Yeah, so let the winning continue. I mean, we could be the hottest team in the NHL by the time we all talk next.
Yeah,
Slapshot family.
Or by next Sunday, we're all gonna want to fire Bear and fucking throw Veggie into the Great Salt Lake. We'll see what happens in this week of hockey.
Yeah, I know. What are the odds that here we are, all chuffed up? Oh, look at us! I'm even trying to do it in French. We've won 3 in a row in honor of Andre Tourigny. What's that? We're sucking our opinion right back this time next week. It's time to fire Bear when we lose all of these games.
When we're 22 and 28 or whatever in a couple days.
The NHL is insane.
It is insane.
Of course, we should follow up quickly on that under 20 World Championship, right? Because we got Swedish boys won.
Great shootout. That was fun.
Yeah, that was great.
That was fun.
I enjoy that tournament every year. I watch it
too.
just a little bit more.
Yeah, it's fun too. To like, what I was doing is like, I'd be like, oh, that guy's hella good, and I'd Google his name, and I forget the website, but it'd tell you like who has the rights to him and all that. And so then I make a mental note like, oh, he's going to be good for the Devils or something.
We were texting back and forth during one of the semifinal games. I'm like, who is that Finnish kid in goal? He's amazing. And they're like, oh, the Kings have already got him.
Yeah, Kings already got him. I Googled him. I was like, oh, he's good.
Gavin McKenna, presumed #1 draft pick, did not have a stellar showing some
No.
heat on the 18-year-old. Might his
Poor
draft
guy.
stock might be dropping. I know, isn't it crazy? Like, most of these kids are just like 18 years old, and that's just a lot of pressure. But
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting. I think. Well, I don't know. Who knows? Next week we'll probably having our draft preview because we've lost 4 straight.
Right.
Um, but at any rate, yeah, the World Junior is more fun every time I watch it. Just makes me kind of look forward to the Olympics. It's going to be a great show. Of course, we are going to continue the show and have our Olympic digests as the Olympics continue next month in Milan, in Italy.
Milan, Italy.
Che
This is
bella.
just a random thing for people that just want to get into some fun NHL gossip. So when we were at the Senators game, I forget how Meg got onto this rabbit hole, but she like typed in the Finnish goalie for the Senators, right? And she went into this Reddit deep dive where apparently the Senators goalie was going home telling his wife all the players who cheat
Oh,
on their wives,
I saw
and
that.
in turn, all those players' wives were telling her that their husbands are telling them that he's cheating on his wife, and it's just a whole messy mess. And if you like that type of stuff, go deep dive in that. It's pretty funny.
Well, did you see the Ottawa Senators organization official statement about all that? Yeah, we
Yeah.
absolutely condemn it. That's a rumor that is not true. And of course, our enemies are all conspiring against us to bring us down. But we're not going to allow Senators players are pissed. I don't know why.
Coming out and making a statement, it kind of just proves that it is all real.
Well, wait. So what? Well, then, why is Olmark actually out? Did anybody say then why he's on the list? Like, why is Linus Olmark not? Let us know. But at any rate, I heard that it's just a nasty, nasty rumor. But of course, why? What else would they say?
Yeah, it was Omar, not the Finnish goalie. But yeah, it was just crazy.
Yeah. Well, what's Olmark?
Is that what you said? What's his name?
Linus Olmark? That's the guy who's at any rate, it's an uncomfortable situation.
You're asking what
I'm asking
where he's from.
what,
I have no idea.
I'm gonna look it up while we talk here.
But yeah, that was funny.
He's Swedish.
Yeah,
gosh, what?
Swedish.
Yeah, Olmark, of course. Swedish, right.
If it's Finnish, there's about 4 vowels and 10 N's at the end of it. You'll see like Rantanen, Michaelainen,
Riki, Ukko, Larkinen.
Oh yeah, Ukko-Pekka Räikkönen or whatever his name.
Ukko-Pekka Tiki, Michaelainen. Yeah.
Great names.
Yeah. Anything else? Comments, observations, predictions that you would like to share with us before we sign off?
I'm having a lot of fun. 2 weeks until our watch party that I'm really excited. We've already gotten a bunch of people sending me like pictures and be like, dude, I got like trash bags of like really nice stuff. We're excited to bless the road home one time. And I think it's about to get cold, people. It's warm right now. If you're living in a house, if you're outside, it is not warm. So I'm excited to bless the Roadhouse one time, and I'm really excited to just see all the homies over there. That'll be fun.
Listeners, we are attempting to make a shock and awe level donation to the Road Home. What is the Road Home, you ask? The Road Home is an organization that assists families experiencing homelessness in Utah. They need coats. They need things to get people back on their feet. And of course, you ain't got any of that. There's always ways to make donation. We'll show you that when we see you on January 24th at the Lounge. Right? At Big Willie's.
No, we're doing it Big Willie's.
Yeah, Big Willie's. That's right. Not the Lounge. It's at Big Willie's. Okay. Yeah. It's going to be a great time. There'll be prizes to give away. We're totally stoked.
If you guys don't know, Big Willie's also has a gigantic mammoth mural right there on Main Street. And I already talked to the owners. We're going to do a fun little like gift card raffle for who takes the best selfie in front of that mammoth and uploads it on social media. We'll do a little, not a raffle, but like put your name in and do a little spin and give away some money for you guys to spend at the bar as well. So it's going to be great, Lee. I'm excited.
Now, John, we're going to backload this little bit here at the end of the show, but of course, I mean, we're Salt Lakers. That means, we're soccer fans. We're Real Salt Lakers, if you will. And I just figured I would ask you, did you happen to notice that February 28th at the Riot, the Seattle Sounders are coming for the season opener against Real Salt Lake? Did you see that, John?
I didn't, but you just reminded me that the season got moved up, right? Like that's
Yeah.
the big news of the MLS.
So, well, we're starting in February, and I was going to see. I don't know what you're doing on February 28th. We'll have to check the Mammoth schedule, but if anybody wants to go, we should round up a Real Salt Lake posse and go to the Seattle Sounders at Real Salt Lake because, well, fuck the Seattle Sounders. And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? At any rate, maybe that's something we can work on, but check your calendar, John, and let's see if that's something that we want to get a grip at.
There's no Mammoth games there that day.
No Mammoth game. No, it could be an orange ball game, an orange ball situation. We could get a big dump of snow, and it could be one of these drink your way out of hypothermia situations. But damn it, we'll do it. So
I'll talk to my buddies at SCU, and maybe we go stand behind the net with them.
Yeah, or if anybody out there wants to give us Zag Club tickets, we'll take those too.
That would be even better.
Yeah. All right. Now we're really done. Anything else we want to talk about?
Nope. Excited for the new year. Excited for the new Mammoth, and I'm excited for the game tonight. Let's get a win, boys.
Okay.
I think we can do this. I think we got this. Tusks
Let's
up.
go, Mammoth. Tusks up.
See you guys next week.